Hi, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio, and you can't see me because I didn't take that down. There we go. And then you can see I'm with Jared Minary from the Lincoln Police Department. It's Wednesday. That means it's Crime Stoppers Day. We're just going to skip through my bungles there, and we're going to jump right to the good stuff, Jared.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's jump away.
All right. So we have two larcenies that we need help identifying some individuals and bringing some justice. So first, we got video of a bike theft here.
Yeah,
Can you kind of walk us through?
This is over at Anderson Library, 58th and Tuzlin Avenue. Nice, clear video of this guy. Basically, he just walks up. He takes a kid's bike from the bike rack. Obviously, the kid's probably in the library at the time that this happens, rode there. Unfortunately, he didn't have a ride home because this guy decided to take his bike. Basically, he gets home. I don't know if he called Dad to get home, but he got home. Dad ends up calling us and saying, hey, he had his bike stolen. The library gave us this excellent video showing him taking the bike. And so we're just trying to get a good tip on who this guy is so we can maybe get the bike back or at least get some charges put on this guy for stealing the bike.
It's just it just walks up and takes it. I mean,
yeah, it brings about the importance of carrying a bike lock.
Yeah.
You know, when you make it really easy for people, that's most likely when they're going to do it. I know UNL has a large problem with that. Because they have so many students with bikes there, that they have a lot of victims that will have bikes stolen on a regular basis there. But it happens everywhere around Lincoln. It's not just a UNL thing. Anywhere there's a bike that's open and available and somebody comes by, they seem to want to take it and take it for a ride.
I guess. And so looking for this individual, obviously we can see in the video in here in the picture, black male wearing like really long blue shorts there.
Yeah.
And then a white T-shirt. Looks like maybe a bald haircut there.
Yep.
Something like that. So looking for information on this individual.
We think his shirt actually says "They not like us."
They not.
I don't know
like
if that's
us.
in reference to something or not, but that's our guess at this point is what that shirt says.
That's
so
what
maybe
it
that'll
kinda
help
looks
somebody
like.
key in. Maybe that's a specific shirt for something that will help us lead to this guy.
Or if you know someone who wears extremely long blue shorts.
Yeah.
It's very. Again, we like it when things kind of stick out.
He's got a few stickouts, yes.
And the blue shorts kind of stick out a little bit there.
Yep.
So not only looking for the individual, he's going to get a burglary charge, I'm assuming.
It wouldn't be a burglary, it'd just be a larceny charge.
Larceny charge.
Yep.
But also we want to get the kid's bike back.
Of course, the kid wants his bike back, and that's one of the nice things. If we can get those bikes back when people have them stolen, it's always a blessing to that victim just to at least get the bike back out of that deal.
Yeah. How long does it usually take for that property to get returned? Just kind of depends on the case?
It really depends on the case. Sometimes with some of it, we're able to take a picture of the bike, maybe document it another way, and return it to the victim. Sometimes, depending on the case, they may actually want it for court. So it may get held for a few months until court gets through the whole process. So it just kind of depends.
Okay.
We like
All
to get it to people as quick as we can, but sometimes if you want to prosecute, we have to have certain things. So
yeah, understandable. And so, Jared, what are the best ways if someone thinks they know something to get in touch with you guys?
Well, obviously, you can always call and just talk to an officer by calling our non-emergency dispatch line number. That's that top number, 402-441-6000, and they will get you to a Lincoln police officer to discuss this case or any other case you want to talk about. Of course, Crime Stoppers exists out there. It's separate from the police department. They deal with all of those anonymous tips. They help keep you anonymous. They help you get a reward if you want it for a case. And the way to make those reports is to do it one of three ways. You either are calling that phone number, 402-475-3600. You're going online to LincolnCrimeStoppers.com to fill out a form on all the different cases you see there or just a generic tip you want to give. And finally, of course, it's downloading that P3 app and putting that on your phone. And then you can use that app to report stuff directly to the Crime Stoppers program.
3 outstanding ways to get in touch with you directly, right?
Yep. Not me. No. I let better people do those things.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go. Like you said, I think we talked about it last time you were here. The call center is actually down in Texas, right?
Yep. So we have a call center that's when you're calling, that's where it would go is to Texas. The app and the website, you're using a form. Those do end up coming right back to the police department, and that's how they will review the tip and send it on to an officer.
Okay.
So if it's calling, you're going to Texas.
Yes. Okay. All right. So that's larceny number 1, and now we have larceny number 2. Unfortunately, no video with larceny number 2, but got some pretty close-up images of this gentleman's face here. Can you kind of walk us through this second case, which happened really just last week.
Yep,
No,
that
sorry,
was
that
on-
was April 15th.
Thursday, April 15th,
Yeah.
yes. So the Lobo City Mex on 27th and R Street. We had a victim. She walked into that store, was going to cash a check at the counter in the store. Basically ends up setting her wallet down while she's dealing with it and realized she needed something else in the store and walked away from the counter. Forgot to pick up her wallet. Of course, in that amount of time, this guy, I don't know if he's next in line or he walks up, but he has access to her wallet sitting on the counter, and he takes that opportunity. He basically scoops it up and puts it into his backpack, and then he leaves on a bike from the scene. So, of course, the victim gets back, and that wallet is gone, but we are definitely looking for any information on him. As you can see in these pictures, he has some pretty decent arm tattoos, so hopefully that'll help lead us to him. Obviously, those pictures of his face are pretty good as well, so hopefully somebody will recognize him.
Yeah, white male, mustache, goatee there. Looks like long brown hair.
Yep.
Got some necklaces there, and it looks like the kind of the two-tone Yankees cap there.
Yep.
So
Yankees fan. So
it must be a Yankees
if you
fan.
don't like the Yankees, here you go.
Just all the more reason right there. Yeah, it looks like multiple, maybe kind of gold necklaces there, too, in this
Yep.
picture.
Yeah, he's got some bling.
And so this individual then, the victim in this case, losing her wallet, do we know, has there been any, like, credit card issues?
So far, to my knowledge, we don't have any frauds that have happened with the cards that were in there. But obviously, it's potential. We usually advise people that in this kind of case, they need to get all those cards canceled and deactivated and all the things you have to do, which is a lot of legwork when you forget your wallet somewhere and somebody takes it.
And so also just a good reminder, again, obviously, it can happen that fast.
Right.
But, have a list of what cards maybe you have in your wallet. I know they say, like, take a photocopy front and back of all the cards in your wallet, so that way, because a lot of the numbers are on there, and that makes it a little bit easier. But like you said, it's really difficult.
Yep, it takes some time. It's an inconvenience, and then also, of course, you still have to file a police report. And then if you have insurance, you have to file insurance reports, and so it leaves you open. So just keep track of those wallets and keep track of those purses. Don't put them in places where people can easily scoop them up, and just make sure you're keeping an eye on them at all times.
Yeah, 100%. And again, like Jared said, best ways to get in touch with LPD. Again, obviously 402-441-6000 just to speak with an officer. Again, if you want to go through the Crime Stoppers program, 402-475-3600. Leave a tip online, crimestoppers.com, or download that P3 app so they can kind of have that, maybe ask a follow-up question.
Yep.
Like,
absolutely.
hey, what color were the long shorts? Blue. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's almost like you could call in this tip. Yeah.
And Jared, so a couple weeks ago, last time when we talked, we also talked about Give to Lincoln Day.
Yep.
I was unaware when we spoke last time that Give to Lincoln Day is actually more like a whole month.
So basically, it is one big day, and they have kind of the monthly long lead up to it.
Okay.
And on the day in Tower Square, a lot of the nonprofit organizations have booths down there. They have a big event down there. So that's kind of the big day.
Okay.
But they do accept donations all month
Throughout
long
the
leading
month.
up to that day.
Okay. I was kind of confused. Because I was like, wait. Because I saw something about Give to Lincoln Day, May 1st through like 31st. And I was like, well, that's a whole month.
That's a month, not a day. Yeah.
That's a whole month. So, but Give to Lincoln Day still ongoing, and then planning the big day here. It sounds like in the next week or two. And Crime Stoppers is a program that people can give money to.
Yep, and we'll actually be out at that event on next Thursday.
Okay.
So what is it, May 29th?
There you go. Yep.
So we'll be down there with a booth as well. So if you want to come stop by and say hi to us or some of the members of the Crime Stoppers community, we'll be down there and accepting
Becky?
donations and tips. I hope to maybe make it. We'll see how my day goes that day because sometimes things don't work out the way I want them to. But definitely, if I can get down there, I'll be down there. I don't know about Becky. Maybe I'll drag her too, kicking and screaming. But we will definitely have a booth down there. And so if you have questions about Crime Stoppers or you want to kind of give a tip or something, you can always come talk to us down there.
The question I would ask if it were me, if I were to meet you guys down there, is I'd say, okay, tell me who's naming all the crimes on the website, because again, it's quality stuff.
So
I mean,
that's been a long thing that we've had going, and
Yeah.
everybody that works in our office that helps us with this, that's one of the things we work on with them, is you have to come up with fun names for the title, because that's one of the big enjoyments of the website.
It is. It really is. And again, it just kind of it makes you smile a little bit. Again, obviously, we're not necessarily smiling about the crime happening, but like,
So we have one that we just posted. I think it's up there now. It's a Yukon that was involved, and we were actually like laughing about it earlier
hats
today.
are supposed to go on your head, silly. I don't know if that's the Yukon on it or not, though.
No, that's not the
That's
one.
not
but
it?
It's a great title, and it's using the Yukon, and it's using the name of the vehicle in the title. So if you want to go,
Yukon hide forever.
it's a nice British accent, and then you get it. You can't hide forever. So yes, we have some fun with it. We enjoy a lot of the post names. It's a good way to get people kind of to take a look at the case, and then have a little bit of lightheartedness, so we can get to the serious stuff and get them solved.
Yeah, 100%. And again, with the serious stuff, you guys have a 50% clearance rate on crime on the website. So again, when you show up there, 50-50 chance. So next week when we talk, maybe one of these cases that we've talked about, you guys have gotten a little tip on it. And we'll
Fingers
close.
crossed. Yes.
Yeah. And so a lot of the donations that you get from Give to Lincoln Day, again, they pay for the call center in Texas we talked about. They pay for the tips, even though most of the time it sounds like people don't even pick up the tips.
Yep.
And pay for all that stuff.
They pay for just basically the whole program to exist. Just really wouldn't exist if it wasn't for those donations that do support the program. So.
Yeah. So, again, good program to donate to. Again, there's a ton of good causes to donate to here in Lincoln. But, again, don't forget about Crime Stoppers. Again, a lot of quality of life crimes, keeping Lincoln the good place that it is. So, again, they'll always take your donations. Jared, anything else that you want to let us kind of be aware of here is... got Memorial Day here coming up this next weekend. I know usually that leads maybe some street racing and car shows, stuff like that. Anything you want to put on our radar?
A little bit of car show activity that weekend, so I know we'll have teams out there. I can't give you the details. They're probably super secret anyway, so I shouldn't give you the details, but I know we usually have some extra officers out on the street for those. So if you plan on drag racing, please don't do it. We've had some pretty tragic events in the past, and we really want to keep people safe. The people on the street or the people just enjoying all the cool cars driving up and down.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun.
So let's have a good event. Let's have a safe event so that everybody can enjoy it and we don't have any drama.
100%.
So.
All right. Well, Jared, appreciate your time as always. Appreciate everyone tuning in, watching another edition of Crime Stoppers. Again, hopefully next time we can get the bungles out of the way at the beginning there and have a clean show, but we'll see.
It's just part of the fun.
It is. All right. Appreciate everyone tuning in, watching. Again, as always, keep tuned to 1011, both on air and online for all of your latest news, weather, and sports. Till next time, hope everyone has a nice Wednesday.